Hi, everybody. This is part three of life in the 1750s. You are actually not going to submit it until the whole thing is finished, but I want you to work because we're breaking this down so that you don't have too much to do over the course of a week. You've read about these first four sections in that reading that you annotated, you answered questions about. And now you are going to basically illustrate in the form of this poster all of the images that you read about. So, for example, and you're going to illustrate using Google Docs. So when you're working in this, for those of you that have not done a Google drawing before, you can double click in the box, or not double click, with two fingers. You can change the color of the background. Gradient is also interesting because it can allow for different shades that are pretty. And each box can be a different color. You can click in one box, and actually that part is the paint bucket up at the top. If you look up at the toolbar, by the way, you may notice that I'm in the same clothes because I've been here all day trying to plan out this whole week. So it's not like I'm wearing the same clothes every day, even though I'm sure you wouldn't judge me for that. So in these, and I'm moving all over my classroom. My classroom is a total mess because I practically live here now because this Wi-Fi is faster for uploading all these videos and everything. Okay, anyway, so you double click inside the box. Oh no, that's not this part. Sorry. When you don't have enough, you don't see a paint bucket up here. Oh yeah, I do see the paint bucket. There it is, right there. Let me just use my I don't know how to use my pointer very well yet. Hide cursor, focus mouse. Oh, there we go. I get a little highlighter. There we go. So this little paint can will allow you to fill in, each box a different color. That's not as important than what is about to come. So what you want to do is there's different things that you can do. I almost recommend putting text boxes in first. If you put in a little text box, then that's right here, the text box. Obviously, you can write on it and label it. You might want to write something like peasants. The feudal structure showed peasants, working the land. So then in that text box, you can go to insert right here, images. And now I want to look up the images. So I'm going to go to search the web, unless you happen to have images of peasants on your computer. Oops, I got to move my beautiful picture. Okay, so now you're going to, that's just creepy. Maybe I'll take my webcam out. I like to leave it because I feel like it's a little bit more human. Anyway, peasants. And I want to look up peasants in a feudal system or peasants working the land. This is where I'm going to really see if you understand what a peasant is, right? Because you want to find exactly the kind of peasants that we're talking about. I don't want to see like peasants in today's world or even in, Neanderthal time, even though they didn't call them peasants. So, so then you push return, and you can find all these peasants working the land. This is basically what life was like. Most of them are farmers, so I'm going to pick that one. Oh, you have a noble guy who's keeping them all in line here. But if you want to use that one, I click and drag it right into, I thought it was going to fill up the text box. You guys are going to figure this out much more than me. I'm going to make it really, really small and then bring it up here. You can move it around. I like this little feature at the very top. I can spin it to kind of fit more room in. Sometimes it makes it look more messy. It's totally up to you. I do care about how it looks. I want it to be neat. But especially if it's a text box, if you're writing in something, you might want to write something like peasants are poor, exclamation mark, which is true. Peasants had no rights pretty much. Then you would maybe twist that one to the side and move it up over the little box that you're working on. So you would put several pictures in each box to kind of demonstrate. I need to straighten that back out, straighten out what's happening. Now the feudal structure, you can also find like the hierarchy. If you look up the feudal hierarchy, it's like this, the structure. You know, you should see images of, you know, so let's see what happens when I click. And actually, I think one of the things that I can do, let me just show you, insert a text box. This is what I meant to do earlier. If I insert a text box, wait, come on, put my text box in. Oh, it's putting the text box. Come on. Okay, so here's my text box. If I click inside the text box and then I go down here to insert, it will put that picture automatically into the text box. No, it doesn't. Didn't do that. Never mind. Somebody once showed me some little trick, but obviously I'm not showing you very well. So basically, you know, here's the whole feudal structure, and I can make it just as big enough so I can see it. You have the king at the top, the clergy, the nobilities. We have Sunday night dinner tonight with my parents. So anyway, that is also the feudal structure. I see the peasants at the bottom. Maybe I want a picture of the king at the top here. And then I'm going to go to daily life of the peasants. Now you have to go back to your notes. And you have to be able to look at your notes to make sure you're finding pictures that definitely relate to what we're talking about. Don't be random. That is what you're doing. You're only doing the first 4 boxes because that's all you read about. Okay. Next week we will tackle government and leadership, and that might have a little video in there too. Okay. Bye. End it. I always have trouble ending it. Double click. It doesn't come back because, come on. I have to end my, oh, there we go.